The protagonist looked at the book in shock, wondering what it was, after which he abruptly jumped up, saying that he urgently needed to go to the mines and let him clean up after him there. The protagonist ran along the road to the mines. He began to frantically look around, asking where Thords was. Thords approached the protagonist with an exhausted look, asking what he was looking for. The young gentleman said that he had good news. The guy looked at the young gentleman with an exhausted look. Lloyd asked if he remembered the details of their contract and that he would have to work for him for 520 years. The worker said that he remembered. The brown-haired man smiled widely, asking in fact, what was the point of this, noting that all these conditions were too ridiculous. Thords looked at the brown-haired man in surprise. The protagonist said that now he had nothing to worry about. The hero pointed to the book, saying that it said how to revive a dead person. Thords looked at the protagonist in bewilderment. The main character smiled widely, saying that this meant that he would still be able to work the entire term, asking if he was happy and wasn't it fun. The guys stood motionless, looking at each other. Lloyd looked at the guy with a terrifying look, asking what was funny only to him, ordering the guy to smile. The worker looked at the young gentleman in a daze, after which he smiled widely as tears flowed from his eyes. The young gentleman winked at the guy, telling him not to be so sad. Lloyd walked to the exit raising his fist up, telling him to be cheerful. The system announced that the King of Hell himself was impressed by his efforts and was already thinking of offering him a job. Lloyd told him to slam it shut, asking what was so funny about it. The protagonist walked with a wide smile. The system agreed with the protagonist. White clouds floated above the estate. The brown-haired man walked along the corridor of the building, thinking that now he needed to discuss something with the Baron. The main character looked into the room, wondering why he was not there. The maid approached the young gentleman, saying that the Baron was receiving guests in the hall. Lloyd asked about the guests. The protagonist stared at the servants. The girl said that Mr. Shalo and Meatloaf were there. The protagonist continued to stare at the girl, after which his face twisted into a mad smile. The girl wondered what was wrong with his face.